because I think the administration is committed to lower oil prices because they want less inflation, and I felt that was really a very smart question. Will it drive up oil? Since someone should have asked that, someone did ask it, and I thought it was wise.
Well, part of the reason oil is up 5 days in a row, I think we're highest now since March 3rd, is the notion of these secondary tariffs, Jim, now, where you buy oil from Venezuela, we're going to slap you with 25%.
Well, Venezuela is a criminal enterprise country, and I hope that I know that there are oil companies that deal with Venezuela, but Venezuela needs to be cut off. Now, that's being too political. I don't want to. What do you got?
I got nothing. What, really? It got to be cut off? Isn't your friend Mike Wirth involved there in Chevron?
Now he's my friend. The fact is, he is my friend. It's not about friend, it's about money. But I like Mike. I think Mike's done a lot of good, Mike Wirth. He's right. It stands for the oil industry. By the way, can we just say that a lot of different industries have been in to see the president? And the technology industry may be more favored than we realize. It may be a little more selective if you're hiring a lot of people in this country. I think that you're going to get a big break in taxes, in tariffs. That matters. And let's go right to Jensen.
So you think the bulls hold the ball into April 2nd and beyond?
The bulls, to quote the president, I think have the cards.
Because Goldman today argues that the effective tariff rate might actually be a negative surprise for stocks come April 2.
Well, look, I mean, we're prepped for negative, and if you have a company...
Are we prepped for negative? You think so?
Well, I mean, I know there's people who say
yesterday's rally certainly took a bit of that away.
I think that there's going to be a little more common sense. I also think that the president, when we hit down minus 10 on that Thursday, I think the president said, hey, maybe I ought to pay a little more attention to this. And he has. And I think that you get a company, I don't know, let's take a Dell. Okay, will they have to have they import a lot of stuff. I question whether they'll have to have a tariff from them. They're a great American company.
Yeah, I mean,
so
listen.
You'd go long lobbyists is what you would do.
Well, I think the president is being a little more responsive to great American companies, of which Apple. Why should Apple have to pay it? Look at all that Apple's doing.
Is Apple going to get an exemption or not?
Yes, I think yes. I think yes. And by the way, the big thing that's on the table is the diffusion, is this ridiculous stuff that Biden put through in the last weekend, Saturday night, a Saturday night special, we should call that, where they had these the countries that
a lot of people, certainly in the chip industry, have talked about that being a real negative, making no sense, preventing our allies from getting access to advanced chips,
and preventing us. And by the way,
although I haven't seen the Trump administration reverse that rule yet, Jim.
Well, I think that I sure hope they have to, because that it was so selective what countries they picked that could get the 18 countries. It made no sense. It was actually one of the worst things. But in the last hours of the Biden administration, they decided to hobble, not unlike James Caan being hobbled in misery.
Understood. But coming back to the current administration in April 2nd, I mean, what I continue to hear is from everybody is just we got to wait and see. You can't really. And by the way, even on that day when we're going to be sitting here at this desk, it's going to be very soon.
Right.
We're going to be trying to make sense of it all. It's not as though we're going to have all the answers in any way,
well,
or that what's going to follow.
Edge on who gets what breaks.
Okay, so look, I think Michigan's going to take it all the way. You're allowed to say, you can offer your view.
You can offer your view, but it's got it. Okay, but
I'm somewhat informed.
You are on tariff policy?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How? I mean, I understand. I know certain friends you have in the administration.
I do reporting, and not just homicide reporting like I used to. I do actual. Well,
I'm well aware.
There's the Lutnick view. There's the Greer view. I mean, which one are we going to go with?
I'm going with the Trump view.
Let's go with the Navarro view.
Ah, yes.
I'm going with the Trump view, and I think the president's going to be very, very level-headed about the companies and countries that play ball. I mean, you think? I mean. Hyundai had to do that. Korea's gotten a free ride. I'm waiting for when Mercedes, Volkswagen, and Beamer have to pay the price, because they've had a real free ride in our country.
Have they had a real free ride?
Yes, David.
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm asking
we're
that.
We're a free trader, and everyone has abused us. Everyone.